Upload. BBC Radio Merseyside.
You've just heard a comedy sketch from comedy group Quirks and Foibles. They are our upload feature of the night. I'm pleased to say that the ladies from the group are all here with us. Let me welcome to the upload show Amy, Amelia and Katie. Hiya, ladies.
Hello. Hello.
Awesome. This is great to have you on. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, you are scattered across the country right now. So why don't we let our listeners have a little sneak peek as to where you are in the world. So, Amy, where are you?
I'm currently in Leeds. I am originally from Merseyside myself, but I now live in Leeds.
All right. And Amelia?
I'm in Epsom in Surrey.
And Katie?
And I'm in Chichester in West Sussex.
Oh, awesome. And I'm in Liverpool, Merseyside. There we go.
Yay.
Just 'cause I didn't want to feel left out. So obviously then, ladies, being scattered around the country as you are, I've got to ask the obvious question. How did you all meet each other?
We went to St Mary's University in Twickenham. We all studied drama and theatre arts. So we're all studying acting. And that's how we met. We all met on the first night for that first night out when you don't know anyone. Mm-hmm. And the rest is history.
Awesome. When did the three of you, become like a unit of three and start being comedians together? When did the laughter start happening?
Not being comedians together. Well, we did live together for 2 years, so there was some hijinks in the house. But when we first started to properly, think we should do something, the three of us, I think that was in 2019. We started talking about it, and then we were like, oh, maybe let's film some sketches together, see how it goes. And we filmed, I think it was 3 sketches together, and we thought, well, we'll release them on a YouTube channel every 2 weeks. And then, boom, lockdown happened.
Of course.
We had these 3 sketches, and then we went, should we just release a sketch every week? So we released the first 3 sketches where the 3 of us were together. And then we had to start making sketches where it sort of seemed like we were together, but we definitely weren't, because we couldn't be.
There's a big leap from having giggles with friends to actually starting a channel and being a comedy group. So how did that even come about, and whose idea was it?
Well, I'm going to say mainly Katie's, but what happened was that we actually, just as we graduated, we were all in a play written by Amelia, called Debbie's Dinner Party. And we were in that with a couple of other girls from uni, and we loved it and we wanted to do it again. And then life got in the way for a year and a half. And then Katie was kind of like, we need to start making opportunities for ourselves. That's where it began. I think we're funny. That's what she said. I think we should be a comedy trio.
You guys decided to do this, I'm assuming, just for fun at first. But then when you decide to do it bi-weekly, you're kind of putting pressure on yourself. So once lockdown was in mid-flow, and I'm assuming you weren't isolated together, you're just isolated, separate ends of the world, how much pressure then was put on you to kind of keep the sketches coming, and how difficult was it to keep them coming during lockdown?
We really needed it. I think, if anything, initially, we all needed something to keep us going. Creatively, being in this lockdown situation, there was nothing for us as actors to use to get that feel of live audiences and things like that. And it was really difficult, and it continues to be difficult, because we set this time limit. We're now ahead of ourselves. We try to get ahead of the game and do sort of a week, 2 weeks in advance, so we have time to play with, or if something culturally comes around, or like on TV, like the Super League, we did a sketch about the Super League with 2 of our favourite characters, Mark and Roger, played by these 2, Amy and Amelia, who do it amazingly. And then we've got time to play with it there. But it does, especially as we're coming out of things, and all of us are back to sort of working now. And it's just, organisation is key, because we want to still do it, and the performances and the sketches going out, we've got such a good response, and people have enjoyed having a laugh and seeing us being silly, and we're finding it just so much fun. And if there's somebody out there that's enjoying it as well, that's just, we've done our job.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So obviously then you're part of the uploader. You uploaded your sketch, the Faux-netic Alphabet sketch. We heard it before we came into this. Obviously, we've got to ask, when somebody does, or when a group of people, especially a group of people, do a sketch show, How do the ideas come about? Because I mean, is it a case of you all throw your ideas in and you choose the best ones, or do you do them all? Like, what's the process in putting a sketch show together?
So good question. Where do these ideas come from? We do weekly meetings where we just sort of try and scrape the barrel of any ideas that we can just film. If we've written something, we'll bring that to the table and share it.
Yeah, we've got a big notebook, so I take a lot of the notes and I do a lot of the note taking and sort of keeping ideas in a book. And then if we get to a meeting and then we go, what we want to do, I go, well, we've spoken about these ideas. Or if I've found something funny, the same with everybody, I say, well, I think this would be funny. Anybody have anything to bounce off that? Can we develop that? And it is just conversation.
Katie's notebook is funny because she'll be looking through it and go, I've written the words cat lawyer. Does anyone know what that means? Like from a week ago.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what that's supposed to be.
Well, obviously, our listeners got a little sample of some of the work you do with your phonetic sketch there, and would love them obviously to go on and look at some more of your work on YouTube channel and other platforms like that. If you could liken yourself to maybe another comedy group, or who's some of your comedy icons or something like that, who would you kind of put yourself in a group with?
I know who Katie's going to say.
I know who Katie's going to say.
Go on then, Katie. We'll throw it at you then.
The League of Gentlemen, because I just love Reece Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton inside Number 9 as well. But I mean, we all have different comedy influences. My first and foremost love is just all genres of comedy, from Dad's Army to As Time Goes By, French and Saunders, all those sorts of influences, and I just absorb it all.
I'd possibly say Victoria Wood as well. I was just watching Alan Partridge, and I like that's just all character based. So Steve Coogan, things like that. Yeah.
I think we're a genre in our own rights.
Yeah, there you go. The next time somebody asks you that, Amelia, you tell them your comedy icons are Amy and Katie.
Yeah. My comedy icons are these two lovely ladies.
There we go, you see. If some of our listeners want to go and follow on to what you ladies are doing and future sketches and future comedy projects you've got going, where can they go to keep tabs?
We've got Twitter, which you can follow us at Quirks_Foibles. You can obviously search for our YouTube channel, Quirks and Foibles. We've also got Facebook and Instagram, which are at Quirks and Foibles Sketch.
Upload. Get yourself on the BBC with Jermaine Foster on BBC Radio Merseyside.
Big thank you to Amy, Amelia and Katie, the ladies of Quirks and Foibles, and do go and check them out. Quirks and Foibles. Ladies, absolute pleasure. Thank you very, very much.